Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, as you can see here, we have a Magister from Tyrosh. Yeah, it's kind of weird that we are seeing even more vassals from Tyrosh around this territory. I was actually waiting at Crow's Nest because I just wanted to restore my HP. I wanted to make sure that our troops were doing quite well. I actually took back the Weeping Town myself, and, well, I helped take Haystack Hall as well. Now, I rushed from Weeping Town and I left it completely defenseless to go to Haystack Hall. I took that and I left that completely defenseless, and then I went back to Crow's Nest. And this is when I saw Harwood Fell running by me, and I thought, oh, he should be fine. He has a good amount of forces. And, yes, then what happened was he got taken prisoner. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go over there and see what's happening, and apparently this fellow, along with one of his friends, decided to gang up on Harwood Fell, and they took him prisoner. Now, the great thing about this is that I'm actually accompanied by Mark Mandrake. He's actually right by the side here, so it's a 2 versus 2, which is actually pretty cool. Now, this is actually kind of amusing. What is your name? If we come to blows, I would know whom I fight. And we have the option to reply, I am Elias of many titles. Because I changed my name once again. Oh yes, because many titles, I think, is probably the quintessential, because we have so many titles. And I've also changed my banner as well. I am sure you will be seeing the banner very, very soon. So, without further ado, I think we are going to be heading in. Now, how many do they actually have? They have 64 and we have 343. I think we'll be absolutely fine. Mark Mandrake has a huge amount of forces, and, well, I think everything's basically just going to be quite the steamroll, isn't it? Yes, it's going to be quite the steamroll. We have a battle advantage of 8. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the highest battle advantages we've had so far. Obviously, in recent memory, all of our battle advantages have either been minuses or 0. So, yeah, unless you're fighting against such a weak opponent such as this, which is kind of weird. I actually thought this guy had 97, but apparently not. Apparently not, because there's actually someone else helping him, so you would have expected him to actually have a better battle advantage, but I suppose they only have about 160 total or something along those lines. But how many cavalry do we have? 28. That might actually be worth just charging straight on in there, because don't know whether, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know whether that's going to make a huge amount of difference, but I would very much like to try and maybe then go to Stumbleton afterwards. I feel as though Stumbleton is quite well garrisoned, but I would like to see what kind of unit composition they have. I've been transferring a couple of units here and there as I stumble once again, because we have to, don't we? Yes, we have to stumble every so often, don't we? So otherwise, I think that's the thing. Are we just going to charge in? I think we might, because I literally have 14 archers. I'm sure that our ally here doesn't have too many archers either, so I'm guessing I'm just going to charge our cavalry straight on in, as well as our infantry. I'm pretty confident that we will be absolutely fine here. They are only Tyrosh units. I personally don't feel as though they are that good, but it could just be that we have fought some that are not necessarily the greatest caliber, because we have fought Tyrosh not at its height. They are very down on their luck, and I don't believe we will have any problems whatsoever. So yeah, there's going to be that. I have done, yeah, as I say, I have done a couple of sieges off screen, mainly because sieges, you know, sieges. I'm going to try and get a little bit more of a dynamic sort of thing going on here, and we're gonna go around a little bit and see if we can just participate in some skirmishes, because I feel like skirmishes are a lot more fun. They are quick, they're fast-paced, and they do make a huge difference on the world map as well, because obviously we don't want to allow these guys just to run around our territory and do whatever they so desire. We want to make sure that they are pinned down as much as possible, so that they literally have no freedom to do whatever they please. So I think that's pretty good. If we can get that going, I think that's reasonably good at least. And if not, then obviously we're just going to have to try our best to take as many of them as we can prisoner. And I am actually starting to decline the ransoms of varying vassals as well, because I took a look in Crow's Nest. I have a huge amount of vassals in the prisoner tower there. I think I have, I don't even know, over 20 at least. And I don't even know where from, to be honest. I mean, they're just all over. There's just so many of them. Okay, so yes, he only had 64. Are you serious? Because when I saw him, he had 97. It's kind of a bit weird. Anyway, I'm going to take this guy prisoner. That guy managed to escape, but at least we do now get to rescue this guy. Winterfell himself, a Stormlands defector, recently joined House Targaryen, of course. And that's great. Okay, so I'm going to take some Raider Horsemen here and one armed villager, yes. And we are going to be capturing a few. There we are. Okay, so that's pretty nice. And we are now, as you can see, here. So, yes. So this is what has changed. The Weeping Town has... Oh. Yeah, I thought it would come under siege. Haystack Hall, that is also under siege. So I'm pretty sure they're just going to get taken back, but that's fine. It's not really a big deal. We're actually quite close to Haystack Hall, so maybe we should just head on over there. Because Mark Mandrake is right next to us as well. A lot of the North vassals are currently being taken prisoner as well by House Targaryen, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now let's have a look what's going on here. Dragonstone and the North, they are attempting to take this, I think. Ah, well, that's... 19? He has 19. Wow, that's amazing. So we're going to be losing quite a lot of honor as time goes on here, and a huge amount of relation as well. So let's actually just take a look at our personal reports here. We have 116 honor. So let's see how much we lose over the course of this episode. So let's get him. Yes, there we go. Okay, so I am Elias of many titles. Yes. So, yeah, we are going to be taking you on. You only have 19, so this is going to be a very, very hilarious fight. We have a battle advantage of 18, so I said, oh yes, this is the largest battle advantage we've ever seen in recent memory, and that was 8. So now we have 18, so this is fantastic. We're just going to charge. Everyone is just going to charge. These cavalry will be able to very easily deal with them. We have 43 cavalry after all, and it's just going to be an absolute steamroll. Alright, so yeah, here we are on the battlefield once more, and we are just about to win. Now, this is the thing. A lot of you seem to think in the comments that it's time to jump ship away from House Targaryen, and I'm not entirely sure about that, to be honest. I would very much like to stay with House Targaryen because I haven't ever done that before in any series, and I think it would be really cool if we could actually make it work. But obviously, if the AI that inhabits Aegon is obviously just going to oppose me at every turn, or he's going to just not do what I think we should be doing, then obviously that is a huge problem, and it's going to mean that we won't get any progress very, very easily. But that's just how it is. That's just how it is when you are a vassal, a mere vassal, instead of actually being a leader of a faction. And I have thought of becoming a leader of a faction a few times, but I'm just thinking how cool it is to see what's actually going on within its own faction, because we have a whole sort of lore based on all of the people in House Targaryen, and I think that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, oh yes, also I should actually mention that yes, King's Landing, I was actually going to try it, but then I thought to myself, we're going to have an extreme disadvantage. So what I'm going to try and do is whenever King's Landing is next taken or besieged or something along those lines, I'm going to head over there, scout it out, and see what's actually going on there, because you never know, maybe, just maybe, we will be granted a pretty easy retaking of it. Apparently, okay. Apparently Stumbleton has now come under siege, so I'm going to just head away from Haystack Hall here, even though there is a Riverlands vassal there, because I would very much like to see what's going on. And walking through a small village, a young man approaches you. He'll spend the night with you for free. If only he can travel with you for a while. You decide to ignore him. Right? Well, that's new. Let's ignore him. Okay, so yes, that doesn't actually give us anything, and it doesn't take anything away, so I suppose that was the right option. So, let's take a look here. You have a huge amount of people, don't you? Yes, you do. There's actually 230 in the garrison here, as you can see, and I thought that would be enough. A lot of you did seem to think that having over 200 would be enough, But apparently not, so we're just going to wait here for some time and we're going to see what happens, but I think it is inevitable that we are going to have this happening, isn't it? Yes, we are going to be having the Riverlands coming after us all the time, and they have 1,384. Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do, I guess. Okay, so after that wonderful and very, very enjoyable siege, no, not at all, no. It was not entertaining at all, and it was just me standing there slicing away at many, many people, and eventually we defeated them all. Well, not all of them. I've actually reduced the reinforcement waves, by the way, from 10 to 5, because I really don't want to have those kinds of grinding situations where they send wave after wave after wave of troops at the wall. And what I find kind of amusing is the fact that this is not realistic at all. Like, do you realize what I mean? Because they're coming at Stumbleton with over 1,300 troops, 1,400, whatever the number may be, but over 1,000 troops every couple of days. And I don't think in reality that would actually be possible. I know, yes, it's a game and that's perfectly fine and everything, but the game does try to pride itself on being quite realistic. And as a result, you would expect the AI not to gather that many forces that quickly. Now, obviously, that's just how the game is, and that's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with the AI having big armies. I do have a problem, however, with them going after the same fief over and over with huge amounts of forces. Now, that's the thing. An actual person, an actual general, or whoever, a lord or a liege, whoever is leading, is certainly not going to think, I think a good idea is to head back to that place that we lost all of our forces before at. Yes, I think that's a splendid idea. Splendid idea to head back there and lose all of our forces again. And again, and again. Yes. I'm pretty sure a human would not decide to do that unless they had, let's just say, 20,000 strong forces. But I'm pretty sure the Riverlands does not have that many, surely. I mean, they would have to literally get 100 men from every single village, but these villages are small. There's no way they'll get 100. Maybe they'll get 10, something along those lines. And the cities, I don't know how many there are in there, but I'm just thinking realistically here, there's no way they will be able to muster such a force every 5 days or every single week. Either way, there's my rant. A little bit of a rant there. Yes, a little bit of a rant as we eliminate the first few enemies that are going to obviously be charging at us soon. And I'm going to take Brendan a little bit further back, and I'm going to ask Carver to follow me, thank you very much, so that he can actually help me out a little bit. And, oh, there we go. Ah, yes, so there's the text box come back as well, because it took a long time and a lot of spam to actually get through all of those enemies. We are now going to try and see whether I can actually... Oh, yeah, it would probably be a good idea to tell my cavalry to charge, wouldn't it? Yes. And our infantry as well. Let's get our archers a little bit further back here as well. I think it would be a good idea to do that. So, Carver, follow me now, please. I think he's going to very much be assisting us here. I hope so, at least. Come on now, let's do this. It's been a while since we've actually seen a proper field battle, so I'm going to be showing this for a little bit of time, but obviously... it depends. It depends if we get taken out as well. If we get taken out, then obviously I find it a lot less fun, but obviously that's just how it is. But yes, Drollo, is he going to need a new bow? I think he's going to need a new bow. I mean, considering he's got a pretty good power draw, he's probably going to need a new bow. But I think that's kind of a low priority right now. I did see a comment actually saying that we should get Drollo a new bow, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, we probably should, but obviously right now I'm not entirely sure if I have the time to do that. But hopefully Stumbleton might actually have a bow or something along those lines. I'm actually going to tell Carver just to run on. I don't seem to need the assistance right now. Maybe in a siege. In a siege we might very well need the assistance. So where are my cavalry? Where are my cavalry? They seem to have run on ahead, which is probably not the greatest idea, is it? Not at all. Yes. Okay, well, we've already eliminated nearly 80. Yeah, well, about 80 at least. So, yeah, that's kind of bad. That is kind of bad, I gotta say. So, where are my cavalry? They're over there, doing okay, I suppose. And we're just gonna stay on this hill now. We are literally just gonna stay on this hill. My cavalry can go over here, infantry there. And we're going to be pelting them with many, many arrows. I very much wish that I had unlimited ammo in field battles, but obviously that is just not possible. Hello there, Riverlands two-hander. That's what you get, yes. So, my cavalry... oh yes, I've just stumbled. That's fantastic, but yes. The infantry is all the way over there, so this is not going to bode well. Oh my! Oh, hello there. You seem to have tried to ambush us from the side. That is not very nice. No. Wow. That is kind of bad. Oh, this is also kind of bad. Okay, come on now. Yes. Yes. We must eliminate them all. Oh, this is when I wish I had my crush through blocks ability. Ah, there we go. Okay, we're fine. At least we have a bonus to shields. I suppose that is good. But we have been absolutely eliminated here. I'm very surprised about that, I gotta say. And I think Carver's gonna have to get back. Come on, Carver. You've gotta run. You have to run, Carver. I'm actually unsure whether he's gonna get trapped and killed, but he seems to actually still be killing them. I'm actually a little bit surprised about this. Wow, he's beasting. He's beasting through all of them. Okay, good work. He is a little bit bloody, so that's good, I guess. And yeah, I think it's probably a good idea for us to get our cavalry to retreat a little bit, and our archers as well. How many have we lost? We've lost just above 50 as well. Oh, I gotta say, these long drawn-out battles, definitely not very enjoyable. But yes, I think actually what we're gonna do is, as soon as I'm taken out, I'm just going to... Okay, well, yes, as I was going to say, as soon as I'm taken out, I'm going to retreat, because I don't think me fighting here is going to give us a very good outcome to this battle. As you can see, we've just ended up losing so many, and I just think that that's pretty terrible. Wow, Carver killed 22. Well, technically he wounded 22, so that's fine. So as you can see, yeah, we just lost 50 units. And they still have 540, so we're going to need to enter back into Stumbleton and just see whether they're going to come into the siege. But obviously that is my burden to bear, and I'm going to be ending this episode off here as a result of that. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.